Greetings and happy 2024. Today is, I think, the ending of the first week of January 2024, the new year. I started a vlog on December 1st. It was supposed to be a running vlog of a December run streak that I set out for myself. And I stopped filming, I think, maybe 11 days into it. And the reason why I stopped filming is because it was not initially my intent to blog every single day. I think I just started off that first day and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue it. And by the 11th day, I thought, the goal was to do a December run streak. And I think that adding this other layer is just not adding to the goal. However, I wanted to say that I am incredibly grateful now looking back and not knowing then how special particularly that day one would be, because on December 21st, my dog Jakey passed away. And that December 1st footage where I did the reenactment was the last footage that I have of Jakey and I running together. And it was a very special 16 seconds. I knew that my dog was in the latter years of his life. I just did not expect, nobody in the family expected for him to pass away on December 21st because it was very sudden. In a span of 2 days, he went from having seizures that were nonstop to just not being able to recover. So December 21st was not a pleasant day. I miss my doggy very much. He was a dog that I always wanted. And I just feel so incredibly blessed to have experienced the love of a dog that is just so unconditional and so pure. And I am really going to miss him. I still miss him. I still think about him. I am grateful for the memories. I think this is the paradox of life, that you get to experience joy and awe and wonder. And with that also comes pain and suffering. And I recognize that that's a universal experience. But I'm glad that I had the opportunity to connect with such a wonderful, special and kind dog, and he will forever be in my heart. I did finish my streak. I ran for 31 days. There were a couple of days where it was incredibly hard, especially that 21st day, because there wasn't or isn't a street, city that I visited that Jake did not run with me. So going out to run reminds me of my dog Jake, and so runs are bittersweet. And at least from the 21st to the 31st, every run was incredibly hard. Every time I would lace up my shoes and step out, I knew that Jake had run that sidewalk with me or that trail. And then on the days that he just couldn't run anymore, these last couple of, at least the last year, I knew that he'd be back. Or I knew that when I would come back to the house that he'd be there. So overall, running is still a big part of who I am. And it's also a shared experience with my dog who's no longer with me. I did finish strong. I finished December 31st with a 5K. And so I just want to share footage of what it looked like during the past 31 days of my run. I feel accomplished, and I now can run a 5K pain-free because of the buildup that I did, running every single day for at least half a mile every day, or 5 minutes, sometimes whichever came first. And doing so actually increased my stamina and helped me run a 5K pain-free. I also made sure to incorporate strength training in there from my time when I spent with a physical therapist. So I still do those, and those really help. So thank you for tuning in. This is an update that I did complete my run streak. I lost my doggy Jake. In between that, I reinforced my behavior with the Korean Advent calendar. Amazing stuff in there. And now I get to ring in 2024 and create more memories that will bring both joy and, I'm sure, pain, hopefully not too painful. But I hope that you're all having a wonderful 2024, and just here is what happened during the last 31 days. I am going to do a run streak for the month of December, and so today is day one, and here's just a reenactment of my run. I'm with my doggy. He did not actually run with me. He is a little too old, but he's been my running partner in the past. And so here he is with me. Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jakey. Happy birthday to you. Blow out the candle. Make a wish. All right. There you go, Jakey. There you go. Happy 14th birthday, Jakey. Oh, is that so delicious? Oh, yeah. You really like that, huh? Good boy. Good boy. Yummy. Do you like that? Good boy. The most challenging part about the run streak for me is just that winter already has a short amount of daylight. And so going out there and trying to get my runs in before the sun would set, that was always a win. And that wasn't the case all the time, just because by 4:30 it would get dark. So on the weekends when I would get the opportunity to at least have sunlight, that was just something that felt really good. Here I am, December 31st in Bend, Oregon, and I wanted to finish strong and run 3.1 miles on this 31st day of December, last day of the year. I also wanted to make my run very intentional, so I decided that I was going to dedicate each mile to someone who has been special in my life. Right, and so for the first mile, I wanted to dedicate that run to my grandmother who passed away in 2013, and she has always been a source of inspiration for me. For the second run, it was for my brother Peter. He died in 2022 at the age of 36. This was also another unexpected loss that hit us heavily. And so mile 2 was dedicated to my brother Peter. I love you, Peter. And then the final mile was dedicated to, of course, my buddy Jake, who was just the individual that was a companion for me through many of these runs. And yes, he was also somebody that ran this trail with me when we'd visit Bend, Oregon. So this last mile was for him. I wanted to finish strong. Here he is, where we took a picture of him, and I made sure to kind of just go back there. And here is a picture of my final goodbye. I love you, buddy.